Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm a software engineer making videos which respect people's time about tools for programmers building things for the web. And in this video, I'm going to talk about AWS reInvent. And as always, I'll focus on the bits which are of particular interest to web developers. AWS has come a long way since 2006 when they first introduced the EC2 service and ushered us into this new era of cloud computing. Today, AWS offers hundreds of different services, both specialized and general purpose, and it truly is an archetype of a long-tail service provider in computing, the same way that their parent company is in retail. AWS reInvent has seen the introduction of new products across the AWS target markets, including machine learning, Internet of Things, general purpose networking, and hardware and software improvements of the infrastructure. So out of 140 so announcements presented during the reInvent, in this video I decided to only focus on a handful that were most exciting to me as a web developer. I've grouped the announcements based on a topic they belong to, so there's price reductions, new features to popular services, serverless, monitoring and alerting, security features, and developer tooling. I've left a comprehensive list of links in the video description so you can read up additionally if you think it's necessary. Firstly, I'm going to talk about notable price reductions. So S3 is Amazon's immensely popular object storage product, which has seen price reductions in terms of number 1, reductions across the storage classes, number 2, intelligent tiering, and then number 3, there's an introduction of a new storage class called Glacier Instant Retrieval. DynamoDB is Amazon's fully managed NoSQL database, which has seen the introduction of infrequent access table, which can reduce the price of using DynamoDB for some use cases. All of these introductions will automatically be reflected in your AWS bill without any involvement on your side. Next topic are new features added to existing services, and the most interesting announcement in this section are the S3 event notifications within Amazon EventBridge. And I'm all about serverless and eliminating state in my applications, and with this feature, it's now easier to build applications which are event-driven and react to changes in your S3 objects. Another feature added to S3 buckets is called AWS Backup. So this feature allows easy central governance of the account-wide backup policy. So this means from now on, you can control the backup strategy for many AWS services from a central place in your AWS account. AWS has been a consistent competitor in the serverless space, offering many products that are priced on a pay-as-you-go basis. I'm a serverless proponent myself, so I was happy to see the introduction of several new serverless offerings. Number 1, AWS MSK, pay-as-you-go, fully managed, Apache Kafka cluster. Number 2, serverless EMR, which will allow serverless analysis of big data. And then number 3, serverless Redshift, which would provide a pay-as-you-go pricing model for your data warehousing needs. I'd say that this last one is expected since almost all of the AWS database offerings already have a serverless version, so it was only a matter of time before Redshift got one as well. In terms of monitoring and alerting, I was particularly excited about the introduction of Amazon CloudWatch Real User Monitoring for monitoring applications' client-side performance. AWS finally has a tool in this category. I've previously used New Relic's Real User Monitoring solution, and from my experience, having access to a tool like this makes optimizing the performance of web applications significantly easier. Another announcement in this category is the CloudWatch Metrics Insights, a new product that offers a fast, flexible, SQL-based query engine for your metrics. To illustrate how compelling this is, imagine analyzing thousands of EC2 instances by CPU utilization to troubleshoot an underperforming application. And don't worry, if you're not that into SQL, there's a visual query builder. The most notable security features from reInvent have to do with S3. So number 1, AWS has introduced a new object ownership setting known as Bucket Owner Enforced Ownership, which disables access control lists and will let you dramatically simplify access management for data stored in S3, which is awesome. Number 2, the S3 console now reports security errors, warnings, and suggestions from the IAM Access Analyzer, which is very valuable for tracking access to data stored in S3. And in addition to that, there's now a way of validating S3 policies programmatically using the Access Analyzer API. So one other security feature that caught my eye is the automatic application layer DDoS mitigation in AWS Shield Advanced, which is available at no additional cost if you're already a Shield Advanced subscriber. I'm a fan of not getting DDoSed and of automating things that I would otherwise need to do myself, so this is a clear win. The biggest number of announcements from re:Invent that are related to web development fit the category of developer tooling, so here's my list. So number one is the AWS Amplify Studio. So I'm oscillating between terror and amusement sharing this as a web developer. So AWS Amplify Studio is a visual editor which automatically translates designs made in Figma into what AWS term as human-readable React UI component code. And after this translation, you can use Amplify Studio to set up a backend using Amplify CLI and AWS CDK. And this product comes with a pre-built React component library, which is fully customizable in Figma. There's a lot of claims here, which, if true, would mean that someone with a design skill set can build a full stack application using this visual editor. Number two is the general availability of the AWS CDK version 2 for JavaScript and other languages. So this toolkit has become a very popular way to provision infrastructure recently, and it's nice to see AWS's continued support for it. Other notable products and features that I'm going to mention in this section, just quickly, are number 3, pull-through cache repositories for the Amazon Elastic Container Registry. Number 4, the general availability of Construct Hub, so a registry of open source reusable building blocks of AWS CDK apps. Number 5, the AWS Microservice Extractor for .NET, which is an assistive tool that analyzes your .NET source code and runtime metrics so you can refactor your code base into smaller code projects. And number 6, Terraform account provisioning and customization with AWS Control Tower. And then finally, number 7, the Amazon Karpenter, that's Karpenter with a K, which is a new open source Kubernetes cluster auto-scaling project from AWS. Thank you for listening and hopefully see you soon.